with everything.
Yeah,
No,
that's what it sounds like.
What you're not saying is,
but hold on. So let me ask you a question. Y'all think the president of the United States should be able to be arrested?
Yes.
Give me a reason, and then I'm gonna explain.
Because he broke the law.
That's welcome. Welcome to everybody. Let's shout out. Yo, this is part 2. If y'all saw part 1 and you did it, you can go back and see it somewhere. I'm sure it's posted. This is part 2. We had to cut it.
Now we got a real show.
We got into a deep conversation. So, Kev RL, Pacific Reg, Chris Kong, Kurt Zilla, the Warmup is in the Grand House.
AKA my president can do anything.
I think y'all sleep on the fact that we as a people are always, whenever y'all thinking of what y'all thinking right now, is always gonna be worse against us. President Obama is driving through buttfuck Kentucky, right? And they have, each state in each district and everything, he has their own laws. If they want to say he got a broken tail light and say, hey, Mr. Obama, you got to go to jail. Y'all think that's cool?
No, but
a broken tail light, first of all,
if they say he violated some law, or they try to say he violated some law and they try to give him a arrest, y'all think that's cool?
If he was,
no, so here's the thing. There's a process in place, though, right? Like when the Senate voted it down.
Thank you. That's all my point. That's all my point is. Take him out
of office and lock them up. So
exactly.
I guess the thing
that's my point. That's my point. Y'all missing the bigger point here.
Office. You can be removed from office and then get locked up. So
exactly.
The president can't get locked up. That's what you're saying.
1,000%. 100%.
Okay.
If y'all missing the bigger point, y'all saying, oh, if he's doing things, he should. If there's somebody that is so egregious, he should not be the president. Then do whatever the fuck you want to him.
Okay, so you use the example you use. I don't like it. So let me use a real example.
No, but that is the case. That is the case.
Let's use a real example. He got to kill someone.
But Curtis said the real example. What would happen is if there's somebody like Trump who is committing crimes like he did, what is supposed to happen is we have sensible people that we vote in office that will impeach them so they can be charged for their crimes. And that should be the process.
Yeah,
you should not have a situation where the president can just be arrested.
I don't know what you mean by arrested. I'm talking about through the process, not through
The process is to impeach them and remove them from office.
Whatever that is.
You're talking about two different steps based off.
But that's different from what y'all said.
Hold on. What we're saying though is, at the end of the day, he should be held responsible. He should not be above the law. He should still be, under the law and under the guise of the law. If he goes out and kills somebody or has a DUI and commits manslaughter because he was driving under influence and killed someone in a car accident, he should still be held just as accountable as a citizen as he would as anyone else in the United States. Now, if the process is get him out of office first and then charge him,
this is actually kind of true too, because there's two different things, right? At a federal level, Trump committed, quote unquote, what we think to be federal crimes. If they were to have got him in New York on what they were trying to get him for, or if he were to commit a murder, which is a state level crime, he could go to jail.
He should.
It's a little bit different, or it's a different process to get him. He doesn't necessarily be impeached. But on a federal level, you can't just say, oh, we feel like this nigga gotta go and he gotta go. There's a process for that. And I think we're seeing a breakdown in the system in the fact that the people that are supposed to hold the executive branch accountable, which is Congress, are not doing their job. And I think you need to fix that problem. It's not the president is not the problem. He should have been the fuck up out of here. It's the Congress and the Senate and all that shit.
He's part of the problem, though.
So I think it's dangerous to be like, there's a guy who's doing things I don't like, so I'm willing to relax some of the process of what should be.
Nobody said
we don't like him though. And no, but I'm saying like, I think he should be, the president of the United States should be able to communicate on whatever platforms. If people are absorbing information from him on Twitter, they shouldn't be able to take that away.
No, that's where you're crossing into the, it's a right now, like it's a must. And I think that's where it gets blurry. He should, which is a privilege.
But it's a U.S. company. I feel like
but a privilege is just that. It's a privilege. It's not. You're making it seem as though it's his right.
Yeah.
It's not his right to do it, Reg. And yes, it can be taken away.
He has the privilege. Like you said, he's like like when you go and log in as super user, he has higher privileges than rest.
Privilege that can be taken away. That's what privilege is.
Yeah,
privilege means something that can be taken away.
I don't know.
I don't like the analogy of super user. Like he could override a public company or private company's bylaws.
They do it all the time.
That's how they couldn't do it after.
But he shouldn't be able to do it. He's not.
They went through, and to stop that, they had to go through federal courts.
And they couldn't send the still lost.
And
because the Constitution protected them.
Which is,
thanks.
You go in circles, exactly. Which is why they were able to remove Trump.
That reinforces what we're saying is that a private company they still are the domain within its
but we get into like a whole other thing of yes, they're private companies, but they purport to be media companies. That which gets into tax implications and all that.
Regardless,
CNN cannot choose to not report on the president. They can't.
The media does not have to report on Trump. You keep making it seem like he has to. They don't have to.
Yeah,
they do.
That's why they say freedom of press. You're not obligated.
They have to cover State of Union and stuff like that. There's certain privileges to the press that
they don't have to.
I don't know.
They don't have to.
That one.
They don't have to.
I'm pretty sure this type.
I'm gonna fact check for y'all.
Fact check, please.
Trump kicked off was it CNN or MSNBC, like the liberal news. Mm-hmm. Like Trump's like, I don't want them to sound like the way they make it look.
So to be on their platform.
To be a part of the White House briefings. Like they don't have to. Like there's several news agencies out there that don't. Like
ESPN doesn't cover them. That's a news company.
Okay, I mean y'all figured that one out. But so y'all feel as though, let's say, so y'all think that the news should just like fuck it, don't cover Trump.
They can do what they want to do.
If they don't want to.
I mean, they can do is make them money. I'm not telling them. I don't think anyone's saying that they have to or they shouldn't. I'm saying that.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, we're saying that Donald Trump is not owned that right to override the New York Times, the Washington Post, any news media platform, and say, well, you have to cover me because I'm the president. That's I think that's kind of what we're trying to say.
Maybe I can probably agree with that, but I just think it's a little tricky in there. And I'm not saying Donald Trump. I'm saying the president of the United States.
Yes,
the second he's out of office, ban all his accounts. I'm just saying to try and block
his personal accounts in private companies.
Yeah.
That's strange, right? That's very strange. Even before he was president, he had these accounts. Like these.
No. There's two different accounts. There's one that is the official president of the United States handle that gets passed over.
True.
Yeah, he does have a Twitter account that's official.
That belongs to the president of the United States, and then he had the Donald J. Trump or whatever the case is.
Yeah, but right now it's the same guy though. It's the same guy. Created two accounts.
And right now he's wearing both hats.
Correct. Which means he's playing that game. And that account was given to him by no rights of being president. Anyone could come up with that handle. It was just
But I'm saying, why he's the president of the United States, do you want to take away that?
Not if I want to. I am stating the fact that if he crosses some policy lines as a private company, if you have certain policies in place and someone crosses that line, there's no special treatment for that person if they cross that line.
Yeah.
That's as simple as I'm trying to make it seem. I'm not really even going into the Trump president.
Yeah.
It's just, as a company, you have that right. And I wouldn't want to take that right away by saying, well, he's the president now. How can you do that?
Yeah.
You can do it.
All right.
Any other hot takes you got, man?
I still think y'all bugging on that one. I think it's kind of.
I'll keep that one.
I think it's kind of short-sighted to be like looking at who's there right now. There's a reason that there's a reason that the Constitution was written the way it was, because if you look at some of the stuff that goes in other countries where people just come up and it's a coup, we're going to arrest the president. it's all kinds of stuff. I understand the private companies, but at the end of the day, there's still US
But you say you understand it, but then you say you don't understand it. If it was a public federal company, then of course you can't do stuff like that. But
there's tax implications. Like, you can't just say private companies. Sometimes if you're like Facebook, they claim to be a journalism company. It's different. There's different regulations.
Look at
CNN.
They're not a journalism company. Facebook is a content provider. They're not Mark is explicit.
They took their hands away from that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not journalism. He doesn't, like you said, he's not a creator. He provides a platform.
And even if it were journalism, CNN and MSNBC chose to stop doing the coronavirus briefings. It was their choice to stop airing those.
I thought President Trump stopped doing the briefings.
No, before he stopped, they stopped airing it because it was like the stuff he was saying wasn't factual. And they didn't want the information to come streaming live to viewers without them at least seeing what was what. So that was their given right as a distribution of content.
You can share that information with me. I just...
You want another one?
I have to look. I don't know about that. That's what I'll share with me. I'll read it. I'm just saying, to me, I feel like that shit is wild.
It isn't wild.
That person should not be president. Point blank, period.
He shouldn't. You're right. You're right. But now he is. So certain things can be done post that now. Like we shouldn't just throw our hands up.
I think it's kind of like, I would think it would be weird if somehow Bob's or the CEO of my company was filtered out and I can read his messages.
But you can.
If he did something wrong,
you're stuck on a platform. You're saying Twitter. But hold on. What if I said it was mail? What if I said it was email? What if Gmail would no longer deliver the president's messages?
Same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're stuck on the technology.
Same thing.
But I'm saying the idea that
I am saying my information
from a key person is somehow filtered would be problematic.
No, you're going into communism territory now and controlling media outlets. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about controlling what's being said and what's being put out there. We're saying where you can put it out there.
Yeah.
And each company has that right to tell you can't put it out there on my platform.
I understand.
That's all. So when we take away rights from one, when we give rights to one, you're taking away rights from the other. If you're saying Trump could do any president could do all these things, do whatever they want, cross all these policies that a company has in place, and the company still is not able to act, that's you tying their hands. Their rights are now being questioned. That's a problem as well. If he makes a policy or do something against their policy and gets kicked out, no one will actually question that from the basis of what's right and wrong because it's in black and white. There's my policy. You did it. It's out. There's no controversy there. But it would be controversial if you did something that was wrong and we're saying, because he's the president, we're not.
He's done it several times.
And Reg, I think so. We're talking about like private companies, right? And you said that, like you mentioned, like a CEO of your company, you couldn't get his information. Let's go back to Trump. I mean, he has the federal government has C-SPAN. I mean, nobody's going to cut C-SPAN out. You can watch that all day. Trump comes on, but that's
the way people are consuming his information is Twitter. So, like, if for y'all to be like, it's just Twitter, it's like that's a major way he's been using it. Are y'all watching C-SPAN?
Outside of the federal government, it's your choice. You can watch C-SPAN or not. We have the choice to pick what platform we subscribe to. Just like those platforms have the choice to decide who has access to that platform.
Let's not talk about taking away choices, guys. Let's not go there. We're talking about taking away choices. Let's not go there.
I'm talking about options.
Not you. Yeah, we are. But Red, you're going into the space of taking away choices.
No. You're not taking away a choice. You violated. No. You violated. So he can't use that platform anymore. But I'm saying there may be people who consume his information through Twitter. There may be people who consume it through C-SPAN. There's different avenues. I'm just saying to say, it's just Twitter or it's just this or it's just a private company. Either anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna just pose a scenario, and then you can tell me yes or no, and that's blank, right? Because it's gonna be very like transgressional and whatever. So like, let's say the president of the United States, the 46th president of the United States, is using his account to solicit child pornography on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He uses it for other stuff too, but he's also soliciting under that same account child pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think his account should be shut down?
I think, right? This is what I'm gonna say. I think we'll be in the
Let's
same
answer the
scenario we are
question.
in. I am. All right.
Just answer that as yes or no.
You can give your
Should his
information
account
after.
be shut down?
Should his
Yeah.
account be shut down?
They can remove
then you
the
can
content.
explain.
Yeah,
Remove the content.
but not remove the account.
No.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna explain. I feel like if that would be the case, I feel like we'd be in the situation we are now, right? Where we have just the government just completely collapsed. If somebody is sharing child pornography and we can't all agree this motherfucker needs to get the fuck out of there, I think we got bigger problems. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
So let me ask you a question. I see. Hold on. Let me stop. No. Let me finish because y'all all doing the science shit, right? Y'all shut down. No. Now y'all getting some deep. This is what I'm saying. Y'all focus on Twitter too much. So now,
No, man. We're not. You saying it. You saying we are. We're not.
no, because y'all also he canceled the account. Now he does it on Instagram. Now what?
Each company.
Now he
has-
goes start sending it through email. Now he put up flyers on the wall. Now he do billboards. Like y'all so focused on banning a Twitter account like it's gonna do something.
Hold on.
Like it's really not.
Okay,
Okay.
I think
I'm sorry.
I see where Reg is getting at though.
But you gonna reform it,
the
though.
person. The business with the person, and he's saying that the system is jacked up because with the system to remove that person isn't working.
Exactly.
So
There's supposed to be
now
something in place to deal with something just like what y'all talking about.
low hanging fruit stuff like remove the account. That doesn't fix the person doing the
doesn't.
deals.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't change the fact that that person can make that choice, though. We still can't look at it just because it's a bigger issue. That don't mean we can't fix a smaller issue. We can still fix a smaller issue and not allow him to be on that platform. And when you went to flyers and billboards and all those things, they have different regulations around those as well.
You had to get.
If he puts up a billboard with something that's not correct or it shouldn't be thing, of course, whoever owns that land have a right to say, I want to take it on.
Yeah.
But that's the person who owns the land. Everything is going to be very situational. The fact is,
And I think
we want to state a blanket statement over do whatever you want because you have to communicate. Do it wherever you want because you have to communicate. And I think that blanket statement is too strong because it's just a little too powerful.
I'm just getting at the fact that we use Twitter, but it could right. You're right. It could be Instagram. It can be the USPS. And guess what they do? If they see that if they know that you're sending child like pedophile like child
they remove
porn,
the content.
now it's a
They
federal
remove the
crime.
content. They don't say you can never mail again.
Well, no,
they don't ban your USPS account.
But now you
That's
go into the
under
domain of the
policy.
but now you can go into federal crime because that's kind of how the whole McMillions fraud got in there. It's like, you're soliciting across using federal.
He already committed a federal crime. You need the Senate. The Senate to formally charge him.
But Red,
that's
you're missing my
need.
point. But you're missing my point. You're missing my point.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with you on that part, right? I'm also saying from the responsibility of a privately owned company, I have terms and conditions that you have to agree to use my platform. Okay. If you violate said platform, it doesn't matter if you are the prime minister. Doesn't matter if you're a diplomat. It don't matter if you're a commoner. It don't matter if you're a janitor. Once you violate those things, you should be upheld to the same infractional standards that any other person next to you are subjected to. I should be able to pull down your content because you are promoting hate speech. I should be able to pull down your content because you're doing something illegal activity with said content. That's all I'm saying.
But you said two different things though. You talking about pulling content. Y'all said ban accounts.
We should have the right to. Not that they have to do it. Just that they should have the right to. I'm saying the right.
Yeah. Even if that's it's in your terms and conditions. If your terms and conditions saying, hey, including up to being banned, then you agree to it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, only according to the terms. Only according to the terms. Only about having the right to. If they do it or not do it, I understand. But having a right to do it, they should have the right to do it.
But to your point though, right? Having the right to do it is kind of like superficial. To your point is like if somebody else would have gotten banned, he should have gotten banned. Saying the right to is kind of superficial.
Rights are not superficial. Rights are not superficial.
No. I'm saying the saying, oh, y'all got the rights is superficial. I'm saying, are you going to take the stance that this content will be banned? So therefore, if he put this content out, he's banned. That's it.
However their policy is. Maybe they have a 3-strike rule policy. Maybe you don't want to see a trend. Maybe some companies only need to see you do it once. I'm saying whatever their policy is, they should be able to exercise it.
I think it's a little bit more complicated than that too, right? Because they might have this policy, but let's be real. The presidential account and Trump himself is a lightning rod, and lightning rods typically bring money on content.
Mm-hmm.
You either love Trump or you hate Trump. There's not too many people in the middle.
But y'all agreeing with that, but y'all confusing me. Y'all agreeing with that, but y'all confusing me because this gets to the beginning to what y'all just said. There's two different sets of privileges at this point then.
The companies still have the right.
You agree with him? I didn't say anything. Y'all not agreeing with me, but y'all are saying.
Hear me out.
I'm saying let
the
Kurt
companies
finish.
have the right to say yes or no to cancel his account and keep it, but they also have to look at the bottom line. Like canceling Trump's account could be detrimental to the bottom line, right? So it kind of goes with Kevin's points. They might have this policy, but they might be like, "Yo, having this dude on here, we get like people love him, people hate him, but we're getting money."
Okay.
Right. So they complain to that, but the company still has that right to say, "Man, we don't like this. We can cancel this account because we control our platform. We made it. We control it."
I like to say like this, Reg. If they did do it, I wouldn't kick a fuss saying, "Oh, y'all could do that to the president." Let me put it that way. If they were to exercise something out of good faith, out of what was printed, what is known to everyone that uses the platform, and they exercise that right, I'm not going to be the person saying, "Nah, y'all shouldn't have done that because he's the president." I wouldn't be the person saying that. But I agree with you. Let me say this though. I do agree with you. This president should not be silenced.
Okay.
I agree with you on that. That don't make any sense. You can't silence the president. That should not happen.
So what is the purpose of banning the account then?
I disagree with you labeling this as silencing the president. I disagree with you doing that. I don't think banning the account. Yeah, I don't think banning the account is silencing the president.
It's not cross-platform. It's not like all media outlets are going to silence them all together. That's not going to happen.
But if they all reserve these rights and they now all choose to exercise those rights.
But they all have different opinions and different viewpoints to serve different audiences.
Yeah. And again,
like what's the one that Steve Bannon or Steve Barron is
Steve
Bannon. What's that one site? Bannon? What's that website he had? Breitbart. They're not going to ban Trump. They're not going to ban Trump. Like, they have a different audience.
I think this is wild.
So you out here with Zuckerberg. I feel you.
Huh?
You out here with Zuckerberg. You thinking, hey, man, I ain't got to do nothing.
I don't think that you don't have to do anything. But at some point, you got to look at it and be like, is that Zuckerberg problem or is that y'all problem? Why he there?
Well, no, it's, again, my position.
No, that is true. You're right with that.
Yeah. And my position was, my position was, I just pointed out the hypocrisy behind how one person can promote hate speech and then another person, and he's defending that. But then if I type in, all men are trash, my account would get flagged. I'll get banned for like a certain amount of days just for that statement alone with no context.
So you're saying these companies have the rights and they're kind of basically giving him more privileges because they're not exercising these things uniformly. There's a bias.
He is privileged. He is getting privileges.
Well, I don't know about Twitter. I think Twitter's out here like, nah.
They just now started fact checking him.
Yes.
Some of the stuff that he's put on Twitter, he should have been banned. Other people have been banned for less.
Yes. But
so
it's at the
according
discretion.
to y'all stance, he's right now is getting pretty much more privilege than some.
Oh yeah. I mean, but it goes into your point too. He's a president. Yeah, of course he's going to get more privileges than some. But that still doesn't take away the fact that
the president. No, but the argument is the president has no bearing. President, not president, has no bearing.
No, not that. No bearing on the right to. That wasn't the original argument. No bearing on the right to. We said it has bearing when it comes to like what Kurtzilla said about revenue. That's exactly pointing to the fact that his presidency has bearing. That was exactly pointing to that. So we never really claimed that. Otherwise, we would have called it out on that point. We understood that a company may evaluate that he is the president and make some decision. We just don't want to be the person to take one of those decisions away from them.
Yeah.
You keep forgetting that we're taking something away when we do what you're suggesting. And that's, to me, is hard because I fight for my rights and I ain't taking nobody else's own away.
Okay, well, I guess that as a right, but I think it would be foolish to exercise that right.
I got you.
Okay, that's
your
fair.
opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let us know what you think down in the comment section. I think this has been wonderful. We have 22 minutes there. I think we got a nice rounded point.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I see you have something to say there. Someone let you finish.
No, man. I'm good. I was laughing. I'm good.
It's been a cool episode.
Hit that subscribe button, baby. Double tap.
Please comment.
This is the best freestyle episode we have right here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's your boys here at Grindhouse with the Warmup. Thank you for tuning in.
To the Grands, but that today.